You go online and you see some guy posting screenshots of making $1 million last month. You see some other girl talking about how she's doing 6 and 7 figures, and you're working in a 9 to 5. You maybe have a rough idea, you want to build something for yourself, but instead of feeling inspired, you feel overwhelmed. You feel late to the party, and you feel like everyone else has figured it out except for you. So let me make this very clear. You, my friend, you are not behind. In fact, you might just be 30 days away from getting something meaningful started. And in this video, I want to break the false beliefs around making it online, around making money online. And I want to encourage you to actually get started and give you a few actionable steps that you can use today. Because the truth is this, most people online, they are not showing you the reality. They are showing you the highlight reel. And if you keep comparing your real life to everyone else marketing and to everyone else highlights, of course you're gonna feel bad and of course you're gonna feel left behind. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In case you're new here, welcome. Super excited to have you. My name is Julian, and on this channel, I help you sell your expertise online. We just share actionable tips and tricks like we're doing in this video. So in case that's interesting for you, make sure you hit that subscribe button as we're just getting started and we're ramping up production quality and speed. So make sure you stay along with us. All right, so let's kick things off and let's talk about why you are feeling left behind. So social media plays a massive role in all of our lives. Like, we're using it way too many times and you're probably opening it up way too many times. And when you go there, you see all of the success stories of other people. And let's face it, every second or third post or reel that you see online is an advertisement. And if the algorithm notices that you are a motivated guy, a motivated girl, and you want to get something started, you're getting these ads all of the times of like people in Dubai telling you like, launch your digital product in 14 minutes with AI doing everything of the work and make your first million this year. I don't know, like, I'm making up things, but you have seen these infomercials and you have seen these stuff all of the time. And what you're seeing there is like, this is not the reality. This is not what is happening for these people. And oftentimes when people are sitting in a Lamborghini or something, like, they are just hiring or they're just renting this for a single day to make it look like they are a lot more successful. And the promises they're claiming, like, this is just marketing terms that people are using. And again, what this does, and it's fine, like, everyone can do what they want, but you know, in this video I'm just going to share like what it's really like to get started with the digital product. I'm going to give you a couple of mindset tips and, you know, just a couple of mindset mantras that I always like to come back to. And overall, like, I want to encourage you to actually get started because digital products are awesome. They have completely changed my life and also the one of my co-founder, and it can do the same thing for you as well. But I would encourage you to go in there with the right mindset, have the right expectations, because in 30 days it can change your life, but you need to get started and you need to get the ball rolling. And again, now let's talk a little bit about a couple of mindset tips and tricks that I would recommend you should always have in your mind. But before we get started with the mindset shift number 1, I would like to tell you a little bit of a personal story. On September 13th in 2020, my co-founder and I, we launched our very first digital product, our very first online course, and we were following along with, you know, with a coaching program that back then. And we launched the product with a webinar back then, a pre-recorded webinar. And they were also telling us like, yeah, we made like almost 7 figures with the launch. And we knew that, okay, we were not that big, or like we were just getting started. We had like a very, very small email list. And we thought, yeah, like our launch is going to be a little bit smaller and it's just going to be like 6 figures, but it's going to be a game changer and life-changing event. So we sat there, we started the webinar and everything was there. And, you know, we were expecting a couple hundred people inside of the room. And I think it was like 10 people, something like this. And, you know, the webinar like was continuing. And ultimately, like when we pitched the product, we got one single sale. And that was from a family member basically. And back then, I still remember that like we had that dream and we also fell into the exact same trap that so many people do. And we were devastated. Like, we felt like, man, we have not figured it out. We are losers. We are doing everything wrong. Why has everyone else figured it out except for us? And Now being in the business for 6 years and having sold over 10,000 digital products, we've been making 6 figures in profit every single year since 2021. So I think I have a very good understanding of what it takes to make something successful, to get started, and to get started without having a following or like being an influencer or something like this, which, let's face it, you probably are not that person. So again, now let's talk about the mindset shift number 1 that is going to move you towards the right mindset and towards success. Mindset shift number 1 is focus on the process and not so much on the destination. Like if your only goal is to make 6 figures or to make some amount of money, it's never ever gonna work. Like no matter what path you're pursuing, if you're trying to build an online course, some kind of another digital product, a community, drop shipping, whatever it's going to be, it's never ever going to work. The reason for that is simple. Building something is not very hard, especially with AI these days. Like you can do that pretty easily. But to actually build something that is meaningful, to build a connection with an audience, to actually get the ball rolling, you need to do similar things and you need to be moving in the right or like in the same direction for a long period of time. And if you just build something because some people online told you that this is the way to make money, it's never ever going to work, because you will never ever have the courage, and you will never do the thing for long enough to actually make it work. There's this quote that I always like to put in here, and that is, the more I do, the luckier I get. But this is only true if you keep on doing the same things over and over again, or if you stay in the same lane. So you can make money in every field. Like if you're interested in playing tennis, golf, nutrition, workout, whatever it might be, relationships, it doesn't matter at all. You can make 6-7 figures in all of these niches, but you need to be in the same niche for a long enough time period. Like you cannot make content about filmmaking and then move over to nutrition and expect that the audience is gonna move over and that it's still gonna work. Like no, if you make a shift like this, if you make a pivot, you're basically starting from zero again. So make sure that you actually pick a topic that you're genuinely interested in. Because again, if it's something that you're just and purely and only doing for the money, only for some random outcome, I can guarantee you it's never ever gonna work. So do the groundwork, pick something that you're gonna enjoy, and eventually you're gonna get towards that outcome that you have been looking forward for so long. Mindset shift number 2 is setbacks are just part of the journey. Like talk to any entrepreneur out there, to any successful entrepreneur, and everyone is gonna tell you like failure is part of the process, and this is where you're gonna learn so much more compared to just a random win. Like again, like doing this for 6 years, I can tell you we had multiple failures. Many of the things that we have tried have not been working, but there were also a couple of things in that process that were working. Like just recently, we created a $47 mini product and we made $250,000 with that product in a couple of months only. So that was a complete game changer. But the only reason why we got there was because, again, it was something that we genuinely enjoyed. We were doing it for long enough and we failed over and over again. So we got better every single time. Our landing pages got better. Our ads got better. Our messaging, the offer, everything just got better. But it only has gotten better because we kept on failing again and again. And I get it, like if you're just getting started, nobody wants to fail. And in that process or in that phase when you are failing, it is gonna feel horrible and you want to dig your head in the sand. But the difference between the ones that are getting to a 6 and 7 figure point and the ones that are just, keeping struggling, it's the fact that those that are successful, they just get up, they keep on going, they keep iterating, they keep improving, and they just don't stop. Because the fact is, the only way to fail is if you stop. If you don't stop, then you have not failed. And mindset shift number 3 I want to share with you is the spotlight effect. And that's basically, nobody cares as much about you and about the things that you're doing as you probably think. Let me explain. So there is this effect that is called the spotlight effect, where basically we feel like and we think that everyone else is watching every step that we're taking, and everyone else is watching every piece of content that we're making, and just everything that we're doing is gonna be seen and noticed and judged by everyone else. And this just could not be further from the truth, especially these days and ages where there's just so much content out there, and we're overloaded in every way, shape, and form possible. So nobody notices what you're doing and nobody's gonna judge you. Like, we always feel like, man, my hair is looking weird and my voice is ugly and my video is not nice and I don't have the nice camera and the background and all of that stuff. So we keep on thinking and overthinking and overthinking. And ultimately what this does, it keeps you from actually doing anything. And that's the only reason, or the main reason, why you're not successful yet, is because you're just overthinking and you're not getting started. So what I want to give you here on the way is, nobody cares. Like, give it a shot. Just think about what's the worst thing that might happen if you try doing something. It might not work. It might take a couple of times. You might look, I don't know, like being in front of the camera when you're just getting started. Yes, you might not be really good, but who cares? Nobody cares. Just keep going. And I can guarantee you, like, if you keep on doing the boring things over and over again, if you keep improving stuff, eventually you're going to get to a point where then people are going to say like, man, how did you do that? How did you get this lucky that you actually have accumulated this success? It's always the same story. So yeah, nobody cares. Just keep going, or just get started and keep going. And that's the way to get towards success. All right, so now let's transition over to a couple of actionable steps on how you can actually get started. One of the best exercises that I always like to do when I'm feeling a little bit stuck and not sure what to do is I like to do the perfect day routine. And basically there are a couple of questions you can ask yourself. I'm just gonna write them down here. It's like, what time are you waking up at? What do you want to work on? Do you want to be on calls all day or not? What do you want to create content about? Do you even want to create content? Do you like teaching? Do you like to coach? Do you like to sell? How much money would you like to make? So just write down, what would an ideal day look like for you? I just want you to get get you into a stage where you're imagining what this could look like. And I just want you to get that intrinsic motivation in yourself. So just take some time, answer all of these questions, and picture yourself like, what would this actually look like for you? And what would this do for you? How would this change your life? Answer all of these questions, and now let's move on to step number 2. Pick a topic that you actually genuinely care about and something that you enjoy. The exercise that I always like doing here is the Ikigai exercise. And by the way, we're hosting regular live workshops with myself and with my co-founder where we walk you through that process of what this actually looks like building a digital product. It's always live. It will be the first link down in the video description. There we're walking you through that process in far greater detail. And again, it's completely free. And at the end of each session, we're also handing out our workbook where you find all of these prompts written down. So make sure you join there. So yeah, with step number 2, it's all about picking a topic that you actually enjoy. So it should be something that you would also do if you know that you would never get paid for this. And I know this sounds like a little bit off the topic, and now you might feel like, yeah, if I know that I'm not getting paid for it, I would not do anything. But that's not true. Like, you have hobbies, you have passions, and you maybe don't realize right now that with this hobby, with this passion, you could actually turn that into a very, very profitable business. Step number 3 is start with something super small. Don't think about building something massive and something that's gonna change the world. Like, just start with something super small. Like, when creating a digital product, we always want to solve a problem for a specific target audience. So we know where are people currently, what are they struggling with, where would they like to be, and then we just build a very small but very subtle bridge that brings people from where they are to where they would like to be. And don't think about a massive video course or a 6 months coaching program or whatever it might be. Just think about something very, very small. It can be something for free. It's all about getting started, getting the ball rolling, changing your mindset, and good things are gonna happen. And step number 4, very important, get feedback fast. Like, when you're getting started, don't build in a dark room and build everything for yourself, and at some point you're gonna launch it. Like, just document the process, put yourself out there and get feedback from the market. Like, just talking to a potential customer, to a potential client, or just to someone that is a step behind where you are in that topic that you're teaching them. Like, that's gonna open up your eyes so much. It's gonna give you so much valuable information, and based on that information, you can then like optimize the offer. You're gonna get new ideas, and ultimately good things are gonna happen. All right, guys, so there you have it. If you have been overthinking, if you have been feeling like you're left behind, if you have been feeling like everyone else has figured it out except for myself and I'm a failure, Don't think that. There's the saying in Austria, I don't know if people say this anywhere else, but it's basically the saying that everyone else is just cooking with water. Like, no one is anyhow more special than you are. No one has different, like, everyone has the same circumstances. Of course, some people have more money, some people are living in different places, but ultimately, everyone is figuring it out on the way. If you follow a guide that other people are providing you, for example, the one that we are providing, it's going to shorten the learning curve, but ultimately, like, we're all figuring it out on the way, and things are changing so rapidly over the time that we just need to keep testing, keep improving, keep iterating, and ultimately that's what's leading towards success. So if you have not saved your spot in the live webinar, make sure you do so. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, and I'm going to catch you in the next one.